I've only gone and left that on again. Look. Hello, good evening, and welcome back to West Ham Network. And a good evening from cold, wet, rainy UK, and a good morning from sunny Brisbane. How are you, sir? Kieran?
Good day. Hot goes up. It's been warming up, man. So, really good, though. Beautiful weather.
Be ready, viewers. You might get to see his nips later.
Yeah, I might be ripping his shirt off when it really starts getting up.
So, how's things going over in sunny Australia?
Yeah, mate, all good. Same as usual. I might have to
no
put our intro
video this week yet, then.
No
need for me to play the Shark Watch video, then.
You do have to do it at some stage, Geezer. Would you believe?
Do I?
Yeah.
Right, well, we've
got have to do it. Yeah, if we want, you can do it later. But
we've got 61 people in. Once we've hit the 100 mark, we'll do that. Okay. Let's say hello to some of the people that are in anyway. Randy, good evening. This was at 4:45 this evening, though. And
Randy,
believe me, the conversation between him and Damien had been going on since about 3:30 this afternoon. So, all right, Budgie Cieran and chat. Hope all are doing well. Thank you for eager to chat with us, mate. Brendan, good evening, mate. Hi, Kieran and Budgie and chatters. Damien and Randy need to start their own chat show. Actually, do you know what? I'll say it now and I'll say it again later on. If Damien and Randy want to do a show where they just talk to each other about football, I will give them the platform to do it on Green Street Elites. So all they've got to do is let me know if they want to do it, and I will let them do it on Green Street Elites. Yeah, that's a great shout, Brendan. I like that. Randy, hello, Brendan. Sorry for the late reply. How are you? He says, evening to Mark Pendleton. Evening,
Mark.
All the regs. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. Come on, you barcodes. Yeah, Newcastle are playing Arsenal, isn't it, tonight?
Oh yeah. I don't get the League Cup here, Geezer, so I have to wait see some highlights on YouTube or something. I don't get that.
It's in the League Cup, so that can stay like that. Yeah, I can't be bothered. Bong, good evening to you, sir. Everybody's saying hello back. Right, Mark says, seeing Rice get pickpocketed for Newcastle second made my night. And that was this evening. So, obviously, the barcodes have done well.
Okay.
No doubt Arteta will blame the ball again after their defeat. So, Newcastle have gone through, Arsenal haven't. Let's all love Arsenal.
Is that what we say? Okay.
Right. Usual. Good evening, ladies, he says.
Usual.
Good evening, usual. Thanks for joining, mate, as usual. Did you see my message earlier about the Packers probably playing in Dublin in September? Well, no, I didn't show it on the screen either, mate. I skipped the whole of that conversation between you two. Just far too detailed. I'm not reading any of that out, I'm afraid. Sorry, guys. Well, you can scroll back and find it, perhaps usual. Steve Tiley, good evening to you, Steve. Thank you for joining, mate. Nice to see you again, son. On the GBU chat, anyway, it would be against the Steelers. All right, okay, right. Who else have we got in? Everybody's saying hello to Steve. Mark Watson, good evening, all he says. Good evening, Mark. Everybody's saying hello. Serif, thank you for joining, mate.
Hey, sir.
And Aqua. Aqua. Yeah. He says, all right, lads, just watch the tune, stick one right up the arsenal. Good.
Yeah, lovely. Aquam. We're sticking with Aquam.
Yeah, we're glad to hear that one, mate. James says, good evening, Budgie. Morning, Kieran. And hey.
Yes, the lad brew.
Stuart Burke, good evening. And obviously, he means good morning to you as well, Kieran. Probably forgetting you're on off time. Andrew Bowles. Hi there, guys. I hope you are fine and well. Thank you, Andrew. Nice to have a comment like that. Yes, I'm very well, and I think Kieran is. He's just gone off to go and fill up his coffee.
Good, Andrew.
I know. Maybe just grab the proper glasses. Otherwise, he can't see fuck all. Right. Oh, sorry. The famous Mile End. There's a name I don't think I've seen before.
Good day, mate.
Thank you, mate. Thank you for joining. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, which I'm sure you probably are.
I did a bit of time around Mile End. Why, I'll tell you.
Yeah. I've done a little bit of time around Mile End as well. I like it down there.
There was a couple of pubs I used to drink in down there.
Yeah.
I forget what they're called now. I think one's quite a famous name, but whether they're still there now, I don't know. But,
I remember the ones I used to go to sort of all over the East End, like, because obviously I'm not from London, so I used to go, but I remember the ones I used to go to regularly, like the Barger Ground in Bow. I used to go there quite a lot. They used to have, like, you know, pull a MILF night on Fridays. It was great.
Yeah. That gay pub next to the Rob Rive Tunnel, will you ever go there, did you, mate?
No, mate, no. No,
neither did I. Neither did I.
Evening, Ian. Thank you for joining, mate. Evening, Budgie. Morning, Kieran. To be fair, Kieran and Budgie, it was a great conversation, guys. We did have a good chat, so did not want to take away any of your guys' thunder tonight. No, mate, listen, I really like the fact that you guys do that. It's just that it's not necessary for me to show it all on screen because basically, mainly it's you and what's his name having a chat anyway. Mark, Arsenal got bad.
We're all seeing that tonight. Delighted.
Yeah, it'd be great, wouldn't it? Toa or Brendan says, I get them all, Steve T, together. Toa, all down to the autocorrect shite, so never offended. Yeah, that's why I always call him Brendan. I always call him Brendan.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah. Ted the Hammer, Brendan. Evening, Budgie and Kieran. Why did I say Brendan? Just been talking about him.
Hey, Ted.
Evening, Ted. Thank you for joining, mate. About time West Ham got some proper spud starch rather than flaky rice. Everybody's saying good evening. Nice to see. Aqua says, looks a bit warmer in Oz than it is in Portugal right now, mate. It was beautiful sunny day today, though. Nice
is that
to
where you
hear.
are at, man? In Portugal?
Yeah, he's in Portugal, mate. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well,
Oh, I probably did. I
apparently
forgot.
so. I'm finding that out myself as well. But
Oh,
you
oh, good for you, man. Yeah, my brother lives in Portugal too, so I loved it
Oh,
there.
did he?
Yeah.
Did he? All right.
He lives. When I was back and I met up with you guys, then I flew over to Portugal for 3 days to see him.
All right. Yeah.
And I forget the name of the fucking place now. You know what I'm like. But it's that, where the young girl, Madeline or whatever, got kidnapped,
Oh, right.
or
Okay.
taken away. He
Oh,
lives there, and it's a
yeah.
lovely little spot, man. It's a really I like it there. I really
Oh,
liked it there.
yeah.
I thought it was nice.
Unfortunately, it's famous for that, though, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, Matty McCann, isn't it? Yeah, it is that. He moved there, years after that had happened. And I saw the actual I recognised the units when we went down to the beachfront. When we drove past it, I recognised the units that she was taken from documentaries. I recognised them straight away. Went, oh wow. So yeah, but it is a lovely spot, guys. It is a really nice spot.
Look, Mile End, he says, I am a subscriber. Chaps, my favourite show
Bloody
in the
hell.
West Ham Network.
Yeah, I know. GP keeps saying that though, Mr. Marlin, but he says that on every fucking channel.
To open up and start chatting with us, though, mate. And if you're of an age group that we're at, which I'm assuming you probably are,
I'm gonna guess he is. Yeah.
Then we've got all sorts that you'll remember. Sometimes we chat about games in the past, and you'll remember some of the stuff that we talk about, and obviously we talk about the current stuff. Having said that, we will come to Monday night's game shortly.
Yeah.
Evening
brief.
to you, Josh. It's evening and morning to us.
Hey, Josh.
Good evening, mate. Thanks for joining us. Just had a nice Moroccan woodbine.
We don't prescribe to that. Just say no.
No. I prefer Dutch woodbines myself.
The white swan, isn't it? Yeah, don't ring a bell usually, but there was one on the main drag. The main drag that goes all the way up to Aldgate East and Liverpool Street, Marlene Road. There was one on there, and there was one just off of that. I think it was real near Stepney Green Station.
On the Mile Road, if I remember rightly, it was like a king's name or a queen's name or something.
Yes, my memory's fucked, either. But there was one near Bethnal Green Station. You just turned right a bit, and it was there. Yeah, that was quite lively.
Well, the White Swan, I would imagine, is a proper down-to-earth East End pub.
I remember that name, Geezer, the Horn of Plenty.
Yeah, now the Rusty
Bite. They've changed the name, Geezer, the Rusty Bite.
Coburn, Wentworth, Little Driver, Bancroft Arms, Bow Bell, all surviving pubs in Bow and Mile.
They're surviving, are they? Geezer, yeah. There's fucking... Because all the pubs I used to drink in with my old man around Green Street and Upton Park, they've all closed down. All of them are closed, right? The Duke of Edinburgh to the White Hart, they've all closed.
I'd like to know.
If one of the few, that and the Queen's, that's still alive.
Yeah, I'd like to know if the old Golden Fleece is still open. Up on.
Yeah, I think it might be, Geezer. Yeah, my sister just passed. She's 5 minutes from there.
What's that called?
Used to pop in there on a Sunday here and there. Golden Fleece. I think it's still there, Geezer.
Out on the flats, doesn't it? On the Wanstead Flats.
Yeah, right opposite Wanstead Flats is.
Yeah.
My sister lives 5 minutes away from that. Well, she did till I said she just passed away. Yeah, but there's a lot I knew. I drove past around East Ham, Upton Park, and I was, Jesus Christ, most of them are gone. As they do.
Randy, good question, mate. He says, Kieran and Budgie, how are you both feeling now that the window is closed? Are you both happy or not disappointed with the business? I'm actually happy with the two players that have come in Evan Ferguson on loan, and I think that's the correct deal. I would have liked an option attached to the deal, but beggars can't be choosers. We got the striker that Graham Potter wanted, I believe. And we've got James Ward-Prowse coming back, who I believe will fit right into Graham Potter's system beautifully. And he's a great option to have off the bench also. So I'm quite happy with the business that we did, and happy we didn't do business that we didn't need to do. What about you, Kieran?
I'm delighted. I'm delighted because I said at the beginning, guys, that's why I don't watch all these transfer fucking shows from every bloody station and every YouTube channel, because I'm not interested in all the rumours. I'm not interested in that. And I said at the beginning, I do not want West Ham to knee-jerk into buying players that they're going to regret come the summer. Yeah. I'd rather leave it. We've got players coming back. We did need a striker. That was paramount, all right? And I thought we'd get one or two on loan. That's all I ever thought was going to happen. And to get Evan Ferguson, whether he's what Potter wants, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm glad it weren't an obligation to buy. Fuck me, that I was screaming for that.
An obligation would have been a bit strong for us, I think.
It would have been ridiculous, a ridiculous deal, because we don't know if he's going to break down. We don't know if he's going to work.
Yeah, so an option would have been a reasonable request.
Option probably would have been a better outcome, but we got the loan, what we need for the rest of the season. Him and his mate McCauley can be looking the striker we need. Whether that be Ferguson or not, I don't know, and I'd rather leave it to them. But then he's got his options open for the summer, right? Anyway. He's got his options open for the summer. And Ward-Prowse is another body in. We need bodies. He could do well under Potter, or he might not. I don't know.
He's a very useful.
I'm just geezer, that we need about 3 wins from now to the end of the season to be okay, right? And that's. And no one needs to go out buying loads of players. It'd be crazy. I think it's to leave it to the summer. He can assess. He got everyone keeps saying it, the longest preseason anyone's ever going to have. And then he can assess what he needs, what's going out, and what he can bring in. It's just common sense to me. I'm quite happy with it.
Yeah, I am too, mate. R.I.P. Brian Murphy, a.k.a. George from Man About the House, and of course,
remember that show well, Stevie.
R.I.P. Brian, and condolences to your family and friends. Mylen, that sounds like a pub crawl. It certainly does.
It sure does.
Dad's Our Job podcast. Good evening, Dad. I can't remember your name now. Simon, was it? No, I can't fucking remember. Anyway, hi, chaps. Hope all is well. On Monday, I streamed live with my dad, and he said
nice.
60 in March, and the club need to start playing now rather than next season. What are your thoughts? Well, your dad's about our age group, so I'll tell you what. Let's invite him on, Kieran, shall we? His dad. He's our age
he'd love
group.
to have him on.
Yeah, we'll have him on. Get in touch and we'll arrange it for 1 week. We'll have your dad come on and we'll chat about his thoughts then as well. But I think we need to start playing now, yes. I think you're right. I mean, we can't afford to squander any more points. We have to try and get the maximum we can from everything.
I think we are playing, and I think with the tools he's got at the moment, with the amount of injuries, I think we are playing well. There's a structure there and a belief, and the work rate from every player on that pitch now has changed. Under Lopetegui, mate, I see Kudos wandering in the second half, not putting the effort in. I've seen it with Paquetá. I don't see that now. I see fucking 100% effort from everyone on that pitch. So I think we're getting there. Now, we've had tough fixtures, especially with the injuries. So I'm happy. He'll get the points we need to be. And like I said, 10th to 12th, I think that's where we're going to be. And I think that's where we will finish up. So I'm not bothered. I think we'll be fine. When you look at it, 27 points, 35 points is going to be enough this season. 3 wins.
Yeah. I'd like to see
and we'll get more than that.
I'd like to see us at least get 42 by the end of the season. That's what
I'm sure we will. I'm sure we'll get more than that. But that's all it takes. So the pressure's not really on, I don't think. No. With the 3 teams you've got at the bottom.
In general, though, Dad, I think, I can probably speak for both Kieran and I. We're kind of judging him week by week on what's happened during that week. At the moment, we can't judge him on whether he's the
I'm
new
not.
Messiah or
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm
Because
not judging on results at the moment, guys. I'm judging on what I see on the pitch,
what
and
we're looking at
I'm impressed.
effectively, what we're looking at right now, mate, is a sculptor chipping away at a block of granite, and we'll see what he can make of it. That's all we can say,
Stephen.
Stephen, good evening. But Ted says you can have me South End weather if you
No,
want.
thanks, mate. You're right. Even though nearly every time I went to Southend, it's like we used to do on the old Beano, it was always good weather there when we went. We got lucky. But yeah.
Randy, we're live on YouTube tomorrow. So, Dad, what time?
All right.
What time? Michael Justin, good evening, sir. Evening, Budgie.
Hey,
Good
Michael.
day, Kieran. I like the way I like it when people say good day to you because it's funny to me, but I like it. It's great. Good evening, Damien. Welcome back, sir. I did read some of your conversation.
Yeah, your monologue.
But yeah, I weren't putting it on the screen, mate. So much of it. There was about 80 messages between them. It was ridiculous. Good morning, Alan. Thank you for joining us.
Good day, Alan.
The window is closed and Mr. Sullivan saved money again.
I'm happy with it, Alan. Save the money to the summer. Save the money to the summer.
I think he was right to do so on this occasion, mate. He was right to do exactly what he did. Yes, we could have got an option on Evan Ferguson, but we got what we needed and wanted. And we needed a midfield.
As well, Budge, we ain't the only team that kept their powder dry, mate. There was a load. There weren't a lot of big deals in this summer, man. A load of people kept their powder dry. And I think it's the right thing to do. And like I said, you can't start next season. Remember, we got to pay about 40 million euros for fucking Tadibo. We can't start the next season with no money left. And that's what would happen if we'd spent big in this fucking window. And maybe bought players we rushed into buying. I want to see a considered strategy when it comes to transfers for the summer. Yeah. I think we'll get that now.
Yeah. Randy says, Damien, hello again, and apparently we can have a show together. Laugh out loud, mate. Listen, it's a genuine offer, Randy, and you, Damien. I have got my own channel, Green Street Elites, as you probably already know, and I will give you space on there anytime you want it to do a show, and you can either do it live or you can do it pre-recorded.
They could just swap phone numbers and have a chat.
Yeah, you could swap phone numbers and have a chat.
You can do that as well, boys.
Yeah, but listen, it's a genuine offer. Green Street Elites, I'll give you the keys. You can, go into the studio. Good evening, Colin. Thank you for joining us, sir. Another one of our regulars. Good evening, Budgie. Good morning, Kieran. You wonderful gentleman. Thank you. And he always opens up with a lovely comment like that. I like that.
Yeah, it's a lovely morning.
I bet he's a really good friend to the guy that he. He's a really good friend.
No doubt about that. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are lovely gentlemen. Simple as
that. We are. We ain't horrid, are we? Let's be honest. Not horrid, boys.
Depends the next time someone plays
Spurs playing in red. Nice one, Michael. Good evening, Howard. Evening, all you beautiful people. Come on, you irons.
Our artiste.
And as I said, that more of our regular people are popping in. It's great to see. We're now up to 235 people. At this point, I am going to just hold on to the chat just there, and I am going to quickly pop this in.
Right.
Come on in. Let's have it.
Yes, have it. I thought this is quite a sad one this week, guys. I can't believe it's happened so soon since the last two. but it has. And there's a place here. It's called Warren Beach. It's on Bribey Island. It's about 45 minutes away from me.
Right.
And a young girl there, 17, Charlene Medata, I think her name was. Poor girl. She's a surf lifesaver, but that basically means she's a bloody strong swimmer. She at 17, that she would have grown up with the surf lifesaving, doing it all her life. And the poor girl, she was out swimming on her own, and a shark fucking attacked her, mate, and hit her in the torso. Yeah. And I got her back to the beach, but she didn't make it. So yeah, it's a real sad one. 17. I mean, and she weren't, and I always give you that advice. Yeah, swim where the flags are, in between the flags. So she wasn't, but I don't think in this case, because she's a surf lifesaver, she knows how to deal with the surf and the dangers in that sort of waters. But you can't account for a shark. And the poor girl got attacked, and yeah, didn't make it. And for that, in the last, we averaged 2 deaths a year, fatalities in
Australia. In less than a month, haven't you?
That's 3. We've had 3 in the last 2 months, which is fucking unusual, you know. But that's been the second one in Queensland. So, and we've had 1 in South Australia, but all in the last 2 months. And you go, wow, it's
crazy,
quite high for us.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately,
well, you know, our condolences go to the family and friends again. You know, it's a sad.
Yeah, I see an interview of her dad. Man, it wasn't nice. It was sad. Poor girl. I was 17. And there you go. But we all know that, and they know when you swim out in the ocean here, there's always that risk.
Yeah, always. Yeah. Okay, changing the subject. Stepney East Station near Rotherhithe, the Puffed pub was the White Swan.
That's why he mentioned the White. I don't know what it was. When it Michael Barrymore came out there, usual, didn't he? He come out of the closet in that pub doing a stand-up.
Right. Well, Damien's saying he's drunk in all those.
Yeah, of course he did. Yeah, got your number, Damien.
We got your number. Golden Fleece is still open.
There you go. Thought it was.
Right. Well, Manor Park. That's the name of the place.
Yeah, because my mate, I used to drink in a pub right next to Manor Park Station, guys. And my mate, it was his local, and I forget the bloody name of that. Fuck, I bet Damien can tell me. But right next to Manor Park Station there, I used to drink in there with him now and again, catch up with him.
Yeah. Do you know, I love the Golden Fleece. I used to get in there a lot. Used to go in there like with the family, you know, mum and dad.
Yeah, it's had a nice beer garden at the back as well, didn't it?
Go out in the beer garden, all have a Coke or whatever.
Yeah.
Fruit or something.
Yeah, it was a nice spot, man.
Yeah, it was a good pub. But I also went in there later on in life when I was about 14 and 15. When I started going to games on my own, I used to get in the Fleece before games to have a couple of beers and then get on.
Yeah, because the other one in Manor Park was the William the Conqueror. Used to drink in there. And the Earl of Essex used to drink in there. That was right on the Manor Park Broadway there, right on the corner. I know that's shut down. But yeah, you should drink a bit around Manor Park.
JP, good evening.
Fuck you, JP. You put that on every fucking channel you ever go on. Love you for it, geezer, but I'm not taking any sincerity in that. but listen, that's being unfair. Actually, you normally say the best channel. These you say the best show. So maybe I've got him wrong.
And he always gets us a cup of coffee when he does it, when he says it. So, well, bless you, JP.
Yeah, mate.
Cup of coffee. You drunk right now, Damien, or not? Randy, I barely drink, mate. He says so. GP, money bags. Yeah, that's about right. He does it all the time, doesn't he? Yeah. Same shrewd business. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Where else are we? Right, let's talk about the game, shall we? We haven't really spoken about the game or anything as of yet.
No.
I watched most of it. I would say 65 minutes of it, but I was actually playing my first away darts game for a new team, so I had to try and spend a bit of time chatting with their lads and watching some of the games if I could.
Okay.
But from what look, I think it's the general consensus is that we could have won the game had it not have been for refereeing and VAR.
Didn't
But in general, what I want to say is that for the first time in many, many months, I would actually be prepared to do player ratings on what I saw. And none of them would be below a 6, I have to say.
Oh, definitely not. No, I can't.
They were all a 6 and above, every single one of them. And I thought the effort was there, I thought the desire was there, and I thought there was a lot of cohesion between the players. So, I was quite impressed with what I watched. I'm happy to watch it grow. I know it's going to take time. I'm patient enough to wait for that to happen. I would like to see a few more positive results, but that kind of, gameplay, those kinds of game plans and stuff, those tactics, etc. I'm on board, mate. I like it. What are you saying?
Yeah, mate. I went and kicked the boy in the guts at 6 a.m. because that's what the time it was on for me live. So I dragged him out of his fucking kipper. And we both watched it, mate, and we enjoyed it. It weren't the best game in the world, don't get me wrong. And I thought tactically he got it right because he had to. The pace they've got on the flanks and through the middle. I think we kept Palmer pretty quiet. I don't think old Ariella had much to do. And we actually counter-attacked with a threat. And I thought Kudos worked his nuts off. He was a bit slack here and there, losing the ball in a butt. He worked his balls off, mate. We didn't have Paqueta. Like, mate, Bowen's come back. He didn't even look like he'd been away, or you'd expect him to do an hour and then drag off after that break. But he was full of energy all through the game.
Hasn't missed a beat, has he, being away for all those weeks? Ain't missed a beat.
What's that, mate?
I'm saying Bowen, he hasn't missed a beat. Being injured.
You wouldn't have thought he'd had that break, but I'll say we had to. Our problem was always going to be we didn't have the players on the bench to help or change it, and it proved. I thought Irvine done really well. It's okay, he weren't brilliant, but he was solid with the ball. His passing was good until about the 70th minute. You could see he was out on his feet, geezer. Then he started getting sloppy, and then he done a lovely rugby tackle on Palmer down the wing, got a boogie, and we dragged him off. His day was done. You could see it. But they had Neto to come on, and he changed the game, and he was fucking quality when he came on. Terrorised poor Ollie Scholes down there for a little while.
I thought Andy Irvine had a good game.
So I'm saying, Andy Irvine, until that 70th minute, he's good, but it was time to get him off because he was done.
And I thought Carlos Soler coped quite well out on the left.
I can't knock any of them, Geezer, but like I said, it came to that time that he was done. We had to bring Ings on and Scholes and Alford. We didn't. The quality they brought on in Kunku and Paki, Neto, Jesus. But still, when you think about the first goal, it does my head in when a foul like that on Bowen, where the guy changes direction and just cleans him up, and from that move, it might have been a minute or two later they score. And that's a free kick. It's as simple as that. The referee was standing there watching it happen and let it go. Crazy. And then they get lucky with a massive deflection to get the second goal.
Just ignored him.
So they were the better team. There's no ifs or buts to that. They probably deserved to win the game. But the 2 goals they got, they were fortunate. And sometimes you get a bit of luck and sometimes you don't. But what I did like, even with the subs that weren't that great for us to come on, we still posed a threat at the end. We could have fucking got a 2-2 draw. That Kudos effort that was blocked really well by that Tosin. So, I was quite happy with it. I thought we posed a threat to them. with the limited players we had. So I'm pleased that it was a progression game. You know what I mean? When he gets everybody back, this isn't the team you're going to see. It isn't the team you're going to see week in, week out. But Cresswell had a good game. I thought he was solid. I thought Soufal was solid. Focek had a decent game. You know, with the system we set up with, I thought they were all good. So
Evening, Neil.
I don't look at just the results. I look at the performance, and I thought it was a good performance with what we had.
Yeah.
So, we just run out of legs near the
end. Just going back, Damien said we need a centre forward. We've borrowed one.
Yeah, and we definitely do.
He describes himself as a centre forward, so I think we'll be seeing plenty of action out of that young man, Damien. Howard wants to know if GP's been fluffing himself on OnlyFans again. And GP says...
He's got it wrong way round, though, GP, isn't he? He keeps fucking throwing £2 out. He should be getting the money in.
I know. He says he would fluff either me or you, though. Neil, good evening, mate. Thank you, Neil. Evening. I didn't really expect much out of the window, but now it has closed. I'm feeling completely dead about the rest of the season. It just seems meaningless. Unfortunately, Neil, that's the first time I've heard that view on it.
But Neil, I don't think it's meaningless for Potter. I think for where we finish in the league is going to be meaningless. It is to me. I thought it under Lopetegui. I didn't think we'd get more than 10th or 12th. So it's not meaningless to Potter to see and build. And I think it's a great opportunity for him to go into next season. Then I'm not really going to judge Potter till next season because he'll have all this time. You know, he's going to have about 6 months of this determining a team, maybe bring players in the summer, and then we can have a good look and see where we're going with
it. Yeah. 144 million we spent in the summer. Liverpool 44 million.
Yeah. Well, Liverpool didn't need to spend in the summer. They had a team there already. We didn't.
Yeah. Randy wants to know if we would hope if we can get our players back, you would hope we will be better. But do you both still feel that the squad still needs a bit of a revamp for a better balance?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, the short answer is Randy, but I think it has to be done carefully, tactfully, and I say tactfully for a reason, and it has to be done gradually. I don't think you can do it all in one hit. I mean, look at the struggles.
We tried that. It didn't work.
And look at the struggles that Potter had at Chelsea as well doing that. So let's not do everything all at once. I mean, look, we've got Evan Ferguson on loan, and by the time we've come near to the end of that loan, hopefully we will have made an offer for him if he's any good. You know, and these things...
I don't know whether he's the man he wants. That's the thing, and I'll trust Potter with that. But the difference is, you have to look at summer what we're going to lose, right? And you know, Cresswell, probably Fabianski, Ings. Yeah. You know, there's about 5 or 6 that will probably have to leave the squad. So he has to look at that. What can I replace it with? And he's going to have to. And if there's, like I said, we could have Ollie Scholes up to scratch by then to replace Cresswell, you know. But there's other, we've got to replace at least 4 or 5 before we start building, just to keep the squad at the same depth. So
of course, because like you say, there are at least a minimum of 4 players that won't be here come the end of this season.
At least, Gazer, you know what I mean. And whether Price fits into his plans, we don't know. Price could do well under him. It'd be an interesting, that's another interesting thing to see for here the rest of the season. How he rates him.
You know, and like he's got he's got the coaches in that at least one of the coaches in that he's wanted, which was that Bruno, wasn't it? The old Bruno Saltieri, is it? The old goalkeeper that he used to play for Brighton. He's brought him in. So, I mean, like that guy, he's full of beans, mate. He's a really good character around the training field, apparently. So, that can only be good. Dad's our job. Sorry, Dad's just Dad. Budgie, I've followed you on Instagram. I'll drop you a DM once accepted, and I'll forward his details about getting my dad on. Cool. Excellent. Sweet. I have got more than one account on Instagram. I'm assuming it was Budgie Greenstreet. If not, let me know. Kieran, sorry, mate.
And we could be. Sorry, mate. What you saying,
right. Dad's our job saying he's missed it, but whereabouts do you live? He lives in Brisbane, Australia.
Yeah, Brisbane, Queensland. That's
Queensland, right. Australia. Yeah.
And again, could be it could be we could drag him back. Who knows? That could be one we don't have to buy if Potter thinks he can get a tune out.
You mean at the end of his loan deal in the summer? Yeah, obviously. We can't do it now, obviously, between now and then. So
no, yeah, I'm just thinking about it. So I'm already thinking about next season, Gavin.
Yeah. I've always liked Ged. I don't know why we let him go. I've got to be honest.
I think he was unlucky at West Ham. I really did, but there was a mistake in him every game, and he seemed to get punished every game, and it made him look bad. And I think the way we played so deep didn't suit him. I know Potter will be looking at that and going, right, he would do well under me. We'll play a bit higher up the pitch. He might be. He might suit him. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. We sell him and get some money and go again.
Think Ben Rama would have been perfect for the Potter system.
Nah, Ben Rama would be okay in the 4th division if we were down there. Don't want him. I mean, wherever he is, they're trying to unload him there, aren't they? Trying to get rid of him.
I like it.
No, I'm not a fan, never was, so there you go.
3 players back for the Brentford game, says Ted Diammer.
Yeah, I think so.
Timo and Alvarez.
They should be. They should all be back. So that changes the perspective of the team again, doesn't it? Plus, you got Ferguson. Does he start? So there's 4 players that might, back in the team. And then that means 4 players coming out. So it'd be interesting to see how he sets up with them players back.
I'd like
Somerville was out for fucking 2 months. What happened there, man? That was kicking the nuts.
I really looking forward to seeing Evan Ferguson straight away. I'd like
he may not.
I think I don't know. He hasn't got a mobile striker at the moment.
But Geezer, we ain't getting him on loan for nothing. You know what I mean? He's there for a reason. So whether he's fit enough to play that first game, we'll see. I mean, he did the last game he played for Brighton. He did come off the bench, before we took him on loan. So
obviously, minutes we can give him either because there's no option or obligation.
Well, the option is you play Bowen up front. And,
it's option to buy. Option or obligation to buy, so we can play him as many minutes as we want. Basically. Yeah.
Oh, I'd flog the shit out of him, Geezer. I hope he's good.
Yeah.
And then Potter can decide whether he's even bothered, whether he wants him or not.
Yeah. I'm quite happy to have him start against Brentford. Based on the summer, do you think we will go heavy again this summer? We're going to need to, Mark. We won't have much choice. We're going to have to bring in a minimum of 5 players. Minimum.
I think we need players. The trouble is how much we can spend. Remember, there's a 40 million coming out of that kitty or euros straight away for Todibo as we have to buy him, apparently. So it's all about what we've got to spend. And that the PSR bullshit, that's the trouble. If if there was no restrictions, I think we'd have to buy big, but we'll see.
Yeah. Manchester City have just spent 200 million. They must think that they are getting off.
Yeah, I think they do, Michael. Don't seem to be bothered.
Hindsight told us that Lopetegui was a disaster. I'm so much more excited about Potter. Absolutely usual. And, you know, I mean, I'm one of the people that, you know, I've admitted a few times now. I never wanted Potter at West Ham. I'm glad he's here. I'm glad I was proven wrong. I'm glad he's doing the job at a steady pace. I don't want him to overstretch himself. I want him to succeed in what he's doing. So, yeah, I'm happy. Damien says, Ted the Hammer, I'll believe it when I see it. I hope you're right. Somerville went from touch and go for the next game, being out for next 8 weeks.
Yeah, I think it was a hamstring as well, I heard as well, which is...
Oh,
you don't want to hear that.
Yeah, Potter's brought a buzz back. He has.
Yeah, indeed. I think so.
Tony. Good evening, Tony. He says, good evening, Budgie and Kieran. Hope you're both well. Thank you for popping in, mate. I know you probably got an early start, so you probably won't be all evening, but, you know, it's nice of you to come in, mate. Big up all the chat, he says. Howard says, great show tonight, Tony.
I doubt it, Howard. You're just being nice. I always like to get a dig in with Tony.
I was on the phone for 2.5 hours. Yeah, everybody said they enjoyed it earlier.
Yeah, it was fucking average. Average, Tony. I didn't see it.
Must have been good. He says he still loves that intro. What, the shark one? You talking about, Randy? Yeah, that's quite
cool. Could be Tony's. Has Tony got an intro?
Yeah, Tony's got a couple of intros, mate. He's got.
I'm always asleep when he does his intros and stuff. So.
Yeah.
I missed it this morning. It normally comes up my thing. I would have clicked on and said hello, but it didn't come up when I got out of bed. But I forgot all about it.
Oh, that's nice of you to say, James.
James.
Apparently, the birds come out and tweet when you're about, mate.
I'd love to claim that, Jamesy, but
really,
I don't think that's
Kieran's a nice guy. He's an annoying old bastard, and they all come out to pitch him off.
Apart from the magpie, who is nice to me, and I'm nice to him. That's about it.
JP said when he was 17, he got bit by a dog.
So did I got bit when I was 15.
I got chased down by a Doberman when I was 9. When I was 16, I went out and got one.
They must have been tweeting. I didn't even notice them tweeting. They must have been giving it something.
Dad says he's got family in Toowoomba.
Have you, mate? In Toowoomba? When I used to work out west there, Dad, so I used to... Here from Brisbane, that's about 45 minutes away, Toowoomba, and you have to go over the range, right? The Great Dividing Range. And Toowoomba sits on the top of the Great Dividing Range. It's a massive fucking hill that they've redone now. I mean, they put a toll on it, as they do. But you go up there, and then you go over the Great Dividing Range. As you come over it, that's Toowoomba. And then you go out west from there. So, yeah, it's a very, very well-known town, Toowoomba. But I've only driven through it, guys. I've never, ever stayed there and that.
Yeah. Apparently, the White Swan's still going strong for next time you're over there, Kieran.
Yeah, but it still is.
Tony, I did notice you put that. We'd already seen that earlier this evening as well, mate. Yeah, brilliant. Enjoyed Mildred. You're right about Barrymore and the White Swan.
I was usual. I thought so. It was a thing that was in my head when he came out of the closet. And the reason I do that, right, I remember, I think it was a pub called the Robin Hood in Dagenham somewhere or whatever, right? We went there to do one of them, you know, stripper nights and comedians. And Michael Barrymore was the comedian, right? And he was fucking brilliant, geezer. I'm not joking. This would be 15 years before he came out of the closet, right?
Yeah.
And we watched him, and he was brilliant, Gazer. He was great. It was so good. The next comedian come on got booed off. Right? He was so funny. He was a great comedian, stand up.
Yeah.
And I remember when he started getting TV shit, and I used to say to my sister, "Fuck me, I've watched that guy. I've seen him at the Robin Hood and wherever." And she always said to me, my sister, "He's gay." I went, "No, he's not. He's married and kids, all sorts." And she went, "No, I'm telling you, now he's gay." She knew years before he come out of the closet. I went, "No." Women have this sixth sense for that sort of thing, don't they?
Yeah.
Not that it matters.
No, you know, he is what he
Be what you want.
Yeah. Dad, there's a GP in the house. Yeah. Get it on, bang the gong, get it on. White Swan. T-Rex, like Ride a White Swan. That comment that was up earlier.
Yeah.
I have to go, unfortunately. There you go, see? But people in the chat, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, mate. And one more thing. Come on, you irons. Thank you, Tony. Thanks for joining us, mate. Safe journey to work tomorrow. And hope everything goes well, mate. Rumbling Spires. Don't know what that is. Everybody's saying.
Night early. That's a bit of a...
Hits from the bong. Huh. Do you remember the bongo player in T-Rex? Mickey Finn? Yes, I do. Apparently, he was having it at one time with Mark Bolan. That's the story that went round, yeah. Mark Bolan was bisexual, apparently. And so
oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
The things you learn on here, unbelievable.
I know. I already knew that, actually. And it's like David Bowie and his guitarist. They were...
I don't want to believe it, mate. I like Bowie and T-Rex. I don't want to believe these things.
Back in the 70s, mate, there were rumours.
Yeah, I mean, the rumours. Scandalous rumours, Gabe. Scandalous.
Mickey Finn, that's a drug drink, isn't it? Well, that's one of the reasons why it's called that, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like the team are fully committed to all put a shift in. Says Walter.
Yes, Walter. Absolutely.
Indeed.
That's the impression I'm getting, guys. They're all up for it. They're all giving it their all.
And good evening to Walter from X or Twitter, because it's where he's watching from. Everyone else, I think, has been watching from YouTube. But you're on X, so that's nice. I'm glad to see that. Walter, thank you for joining, mate. Apparently played with the Blow Monkeys too, usual.
Oh, yeah.
Anton and Bongo. Oh, my God.
Well,
I'm going to get sacked in the morning.
I didn't realise that, but we'll have to ask him about it.
Oh, God. Alan says that he was happy to see Irvine starting. Thought he was good.
Yeah, he was good, man.
He put a great shift in for him.
He was decent.
Done himself a real favour, on the night. I'm not harping on VAR or refs or the Chelsea game. I see it as a very good side with way too many players missing versus $1 billion £1 billion squad who has everyone fit. 50 to 60 million pound players off of the bench.
Exactly. Their bench made the difference, Damien. Their bench made the difference, and that, you know what I mean. And I still think they're lucky with both goals because it should have been a foul and a big deflection. But they were a better team, and they had to bench to change the game. We didn't, and that's understandable.
Yeah. Rob with 2 B's says wasn't happy with the result.
G'day, Rob.
But performance-wise, though we played well, things are on the up under Potter.
Yeah, Rob, that's bang on, man. And we are playing better, and that's what I'm looking at is the results. They'll come. But we're playing better. We're not. I think they tore us apart, didn't they, at the beginning of the season? Chelsea made us look fucking shit, really shit. And that was not. We were in that game to the end. And with that weakened team that he had to put out there, Jesus, that's a hell of an effort, man. So
I mean,
I'm liking the vibe from most West Ham fans, nearly all. That, all right, they're being patient. They're not fucking panicking because we lose a few games. They're seeing the progression. And I think that's the way to be. And that's all you can be. I don't want to knock this geezer, for the result. I want to see.
No, I mean, when you think about it, though, their second goal, I mean, the deflection off of Wan-Bissaka, that could easily have gone
so unlucky,
sailing over the bar or out for a corner or
could have been
out
anything.
for a throw-in or anywhere.
Exactly.
And
the first goal, the foul should have been given for Bowen. It doesn't mean they wouldn't have gone on and scored as well. It doesn't mean that, you know what I mean? But it's still, they got a bit of luck and we didn't. But if we'd nicked the point there, I think we would have deserved it, but we didn't.
Yeah. Alan says, for me, the PGMOL is as corrupt as the refs, where is accountability from them in picking up on blatantly bad refereeing instead of keeping their mouth shut.
Yeah.
And I think that's...
mate, they have to protect their referees. I don't want to be blaming referees for the games we lose. It's the last thing I want to do. But, when I'll tell you what, when you see rugby league, right, you ever watch rugby league?
Yeah.
See, when a geezer throws ball and runs past the defender, it's always a free kick when he changes his direction to block him, right? You can't do that. If the guy runs into you, it's allowed. Now, when you see old matey, was it Colwell? He changed his direction like 60 degrees to fucking smash into Bowen to wipe him out. I mean, it's such a foul. And the referee doesn't give it. And you go, wow, well, why wouldn't you give that? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Colin says, very happy with Potter. I feel that as long as he gets the backing to get the players he wants, I can see us be a force next season. Hope we can keep Kudus and Paqueta.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully.
That would be,
I mean, he ain't fighting with them in the dressing rooms, is he? They're actually giving a rule for him, and I think you can tell there's a good atmosphere there. You can tell that the players are up for it. You can see him at the end of a game rushing over to the West Ham fans, all of them. I mean, there's definitely something building there. It's good.
Yeah,
I'm positive about it.
What are you going on about, Bongo? For God's sake.
What is he talking about, Bongo?
I don't know. I think he's been smoking too much of that bloody stuff. He's Bongo. I can't see Creswell or Ings here next season, man. I'll be honest. Yeah, mate, listen. I know you're talking to Mark, but agreed. I can't see Ings or Creswell. Creswell, I think he knows this is his last season with the club. I think he signed the year extension knowing that he was going to be leaving at the end of it. And, to be fair, he's basically an emergency player now, and nobody wants to be that. He might go and play like League One or Championship or something somewhere for a season.
No, I can't see either of them players being there. And there's probably three others that you won't see either.
Yeah. Randy says, I would hope in the summer that we have Potter, McCauley and possibly Dan Ashworth. We would be able to bring in better infrastructure at the club, and I hope Sullivan changes. He needs to back Potter. And he also needs to back off as well, Randy. He needs to back off from some of the business that, them guys that you mentioned should be, could be, and would be dealing with. Damien says he would keep Fabianski.
I think I'd keep him, Damien, but he is out of contract at the end of the season. And I think that'll be his choice. Where we could offer him another year or not. But, I mean, there's a chance that he might say that, enough's enough and I'm gone. So I think we should be. And I'll tell you now, I reckon love Fabianski. Areola, even though what a great save he made at the weekend, from that free kick. What a fucking save that was. Yeah, I like Areola, but you know what I think they are now, both of them? Really, really good number twos. both of them. So I would like to bring in a number one goalkeeper, and that's hard to get one, guys.
Okay.
Really hard.
Yeah.
Now, Ariola's not the worst keeper in the world. I'd still have him, but I think they're both really good number twos.
Yeah. People keep, pushing the name Ramsdale towards me, and I keep saying no. I wouldn't want him.
He's a keeper, geezer. He's decent. He's decent, man.
Mate, I
think Ariola's good, but not great, and I think Fabianski's good, but not great. But they are good keepers.
I'd rather have Jordan Henderson. The mad git that he is, I would have him in a heartbeat. Jordan Pickford. Sorry, Jordan Pickford.
Yeah, I know, but he's going to finish out his life at fucking Everton. That point.
Probably, but he's as mad as a box of frogs, and that's why.
Absolutely, he's one of the best keepers in the league. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I've been saying that for years. I'll stick by Pickford.
Number one, and I've never really given him the credit that was due to him.
I have, Geezer, because he's kept Everton in that league for the last 3 years. I'll tell you. The points he's saved them. But he's mental. He is mental. Yeah. Well, Antonio's another one out of the squad because I don't think he ever plays again. I never see it with the injury he's got or the damage he's done to his leg. He ain't playing again.
40-year-old keeper, come on, Mark. You've got to remember that keepers don't age like outfield players do. They haven't got to run up and down the pitch. They haven't got to use their feet with any. No,
they can still be good at 40. I just think it's time for us to look at a first-team keeper.
What was his name? Tim Howard. He was 42 when he retired.
A few of them.
The other guy, the other American guy, played for Liverpool. Was it Liverpool he played for? I can't remember now. Bald-headed guy.
Who was the boy at Everton? There was a boy at Everton who was about 90 when he retired.
Oh, Sean, you missed the chunk. Yeah, an hour, mate. You've missed an hour. Good to have you here, though, mate. Mind you, you've been in 15 minutes, so you've only missed 45 minutes, mate. Good evening, he says to everybody. Benny went Saudi. We got a percentage of the sell on.
Oh, did he go there, Mike, when he went? He went to Saudi. There you go. Yeah. That's where he belongs, mate, out
there. Yeah. I don't think age matters massively with keepers, says Damien. I think it's a competent he's a competent number two. That's exactly what Kieran's just been saying.
I'll stick by what I said, Damien. I think we've got two great number twos. That's it. I think we need a top keeper, but I do believe it's a hard position to fill, man. It's a hard position to fill. But if Ariola is our number one next year, I won't be distraught about it. Fair enough.
Damien says slowly with Ferguson, give him like 20, 30, 35 minutes from the start and build from there. Be surprised if he's totally match fit. I would agree with that, other than I would start him.
Yeah, I'd start him. No, he's got it's basically since he got here, you're going to have 2 weeks with him to build his fitness up.
If no good at half time, you hook him up, don't you? You know what I mean? Does look decent in highlights. Right foot, left foot, headers, puts himself about. Damien, I agree, mate. I like the look of him myself. Paul Flicker, good evening to you, sir. He believes him.
We all do it at the moment, Sam.
Good evening, Steve. Thank you for joining, mate. People sound like fresh. Question: if Loppy got 23 points from 19 to 20 games, would it be a failure if Potter gets left in 18?
No.
No, it wouldn't be a failure. One would expect.
If we were seeing the same shit on the pitch, right, that we were seeing on Lopetegui, but we're not. The trouble is, even when you look at Lopetegui's points, honestly, how the fuck we got 3 points against Man United was amazing because our VAR fucked up there, and we were lucky against Fulham. He got points that he didn't deserve. right?
I
And the
think
team didn't deserve it.
Ipswich was the only win that we had that was really convincing.
Ipswich and Newcastle.
I think the Palace game we struggled quite a lot during that game.
I just no, I don't judge it on the points. Again, I'm not one to look at the league table and look at the points. I'm judging it by the progression on the pitch, and I can see with that progression on the pitch now, if we can go to Chelsea, right, or Villa, and give them a game right to the death, right, and only got a point out of it. That's good. That's that progression, big time. I believe we're going to get Brentford at home. I think, and we got our players back. I think we're going to shove it right up. I really do. I think we're going to beat them by a cup. I'll be confident that we'll beat them.
Steve Palmer says
they are a great counter-attacking side, though. That's the one thing I like about Brentford. They do counter-attack with pace and strength. And Wemo and Wissa. We've got to be careful with that because we're going to be the team on the front foot, and we've got to deal with that counter-attack.
Steve Palmer says too right. There's a buzz back with Potter.
Yeah, I mean,
the players are happy to play.
I think so.
There's smiles on faces. Absolutely.
I was dreading even watching a game under Lopetegui guys. I didn't even want to watch it. Now, I mean, win or lose, I'm enjoying the games we're watching now. I'm enjoying them. Gutted that we lost against Chelsea, but I enjoyed the effort, man. And
yeah. Alan says, I hope we don't take the cheap option and resign our older players again. Re-sign our older players again. Ings, Soufal, Creswell, and Fabianski all need replacing. And I think with Potter, we need to be. He will be looking at younger, faster players. Well, that's a certainty. He will be looking at younger, faster players, Alan. And out of those 4 players that you mentioned, I can see 2 of them being offered extensions. One of them being Soufal, because his effort is, undeniable, and he does support the club, and he supports that defence. He's an extra centre back if we need him. So I can see us giving him another one, and perhaps Fabianski. But maybe, I don't know.
I think that might be Fabianski's choice, though, Budge. You know what I mean, with Fabianski, so we might just have to, replace him.
Yeah. Well, Randy says, Alan, what's important is that Sullivan must change and back Potter's vision. Otherwise, the pressure on him will be monumental, mate. Absolutely. Yeah. And very well put, Randy. Very well put. Premier League can't have too much space for sentimentality, so make you right. Those 4 are right on the brink of leaving. And I agree, mate, but I can see the club not actually getting rid of Soufal.
No, to be honest, I've enjoyed seeing Cresswell. It scares the shit out of me when I see the team sheet. Put Cresswell in there at his age and everything. But my word, I've enjoyed the fact that he's played, with the 10 years he's put into West Ham. And I don't think he's done much wrong, geezer. I really don't. I mean, well done, son. It just shows you what pro he is, Touch. He's a professional player, man. He's not one of these fucking donuts that don't give a shit.
I agree.
He's a pro, man. Good player. But the time, like all of us, your time comes, and it's his time.
Yeah. He's grown to become a West Ham fan. He's like a cult hero now within the club anyway, I think. Anything stronger than that,
for me.
But a cult hero, definitely. And I think, again, one of those players that's not from the area that really gets it, He's one of them guys that's always at the children's hospitals or, so on and so forth. Creswell's always there.
I just like it. When you call upon him, he comes on and he does a job. He does a job for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
What more do you want from the club?
No, nothing. Nothing, mate. Oh, look who's here. Look, Ralph enjoying the sun. Good evening, Ralph.
Hello, Ralph.
Or is it good morning for you? Because you're enjoying the sun somewhere.
Well,
We need to move them on. Yeah, agreed, he said. But points are needed. Yep, agreed. Sean says, bit early for Shark and Croc cassowary news. Did you miss it, Sean?
he would have missed it, would he? Yeah, he might have missed the old clock attack. Shark attack this week, Freshie.
Yeah.
A young 70-year-old lady lost her life.
Because Sean helps us out with stats and stuff so often, we'll do it again quickly. Look, here we go.
Yeah, just for old Shawnee there. Yeah, a young 7-year-old girl got attacked about 45 minutes away from me here, Bribey Island, Warren Beach. Out swimming, got hit by a shark, got back to the beach, and she didn't survive. A real sad one, really. Real sad one. But, yeah. So, I said that in the last 2 months, that's three. The 3 fatalities is, it's quite high.
Which is 50% more than last year already.
I think so. Even though the first one, I think, was just before around Christmas, so it probably classes as last year, obviously. But we've had 2 this year already in Queensland, both in Queensland. Yeah, unreal. There you go.
Wonder if it's the same same shark. Doubt it.
No, it won't be in North Queensland because they reckon it was a reef shark, the first one up in North Queensland. The one here, I don't think anyone said what it was. They don't know. But it's the great whites don't normally come this far up north. The great whites, the geezer got done in South Australia was a great white. They're usually like the cooler waters of South Australia and maybe New South Wales, but they don't normally come up to Queensland. It can happen, but unusual. It's probably a tiger. Yeah, more than likely a tiger shark here, but nobody knows. Did you? Did you? Did you touch your knee?
Hang on.
But I will say that honestly, one of the funniest things I've ever seen when I went to that dude. He was funny as fuck, man. He was brilliant. Done a great show.
Yeah. Howard said once had a swim in Barrymore's pool.
Oh yeah, that was another thing about him, wasn't it? Someone died in one, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. It's all coming back. Strange man. And live to tell the tale, Howard.
Oh, look who's in. Look who's in, old man.
Oh man.
Good evening, old man. How are you, sir? Thank you for joining. Late as ever, but thank you for joining.
Jeez, I wish I can't remember last time I had a Savaloy goose. That must be fucking 25 years ago.
Really? Didn't you have one when you come over last time?
No, I didn't. No, it's not something I even thought about.
I say to my son, do you fancy fish and chips tonight, son? He goes, yeah, all right, Dad. I go, what do you want? He goes, battered sausage. So I go,
yeah,
really?
That's quite a big thing here, the bad sausage thing, goes, yeah.
Oh, mate, I'll go and get the old Savaloys when he has battered sausage. What's going on? I'm getting some feedback from somewhere. Oh, it's that.
What are you doing? What have you done?
I'm getting feedback.
Are you? I know. Right. Just from me, or yeah?
No, I don't know. I'm getting some feedback, but whatever. It's not important. Let's turn that round now. I can't get it round now.
Get a lot of feedback from that chat.
Hold up, I've got to try and.
Oh God.
Put that there. That's it. That stops it. How about
Anyway, I'll
that?
tell you
Can
one
you
thing
hear?
I did like. You know what I like, because it was nice when I see the Evan Ferguson sort of interview and the photo shit. It was good to see we got an Irishman. Being of all Irish heritage, it was nice to see an Irishman in the team, mate. He's a real paddy, isn't he?
Oh gosh,
Ferguson.
yeah.
Oh yeah. G'day, Gary. But yeah, it's good to see our paddy in the team, mate.
Yeah.
We've got a Scotsman.
Joining, mate. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, who was the last real Irishman we had in the team?
Yeah, who was it? Apart from Brady, Liam Brady, who's the last one? Don't know.
I mean, clearly Declan Rice don't qualify.
No, he don't qualify, guys. He's a bit like me. I only half qualify.
Robbie Keane. No, did he ever?
Yeah, a while back.
Yeah,
quite a while back. It's been a while,
that's
man.
more recent than Brady, isn't it?
I think so, guys.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Fucking wash. I've got a big wash chasing me, dude. Fucking hell, get away here. Big wash.
Get that sawn off out and chase him off. Go on.
Yeah, I know, mate. Fuck, mate. There's a paper. I call them a paper wasp here, right? And I got done in the eye once, like cutting shit out in the garden here. And a boy come up me, Matt. I didn't have glasses on then, and I shut my eyes and it hit me right in the eyelid. Fucking hell, it blew up for about 4 days. Right, I looked like Quasimodo for about 4 days. Fucker.
Oh.
They're aggressive bastards, mate. You got to be careful. Not
I
everything here goes up. It wants to attack you.
I went fishing and I bit into an egg sandwich and I didn't know there was a wasp on it. My fucking lips blew up like Kim Kardashian, mate.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had that goes up. I was when I came over once, I was in Allchurch there. I think we were around Upminster Bridge, somewhere having a beer somewhere in the summer, sitting outside, and I drank the beer and the wasp had gone in it and done me on the tongue. Fucking hell, man. I was ill for 2 days, dude. Done me for 2 days. Nightmare.
Oh, mate, they're vicious.
Anyway.
And like the ones that you have over there, mate, they want to kill you. Everything.
They're so aggressive. You come near their nest or anything, man, they come for you, bro. And when I was working out West Geezer, I was in charge of, right, we're doing all the power lines, right? So I was in charge of fucking clearing a pathway to get into the bush to start the power line, right? So I had about 8 geezers there on chainsaws, all these trees over this track that we had, and they cut all the trees down, right, so we can get the big machinery in to do the job. So I was telling them what trees to cut and what big branches to cut. Anyway, this geezer on the back of the truck, he was leaning up and he hit this massive branch and there was a big wasp nest at the top of it. He didn't see it. And it dropped and it was fucking chaos. Everyone was running because they were chasing us down the track. And this geezer that done it with a chat, he got hit about 9 times in his head. His whole head had blown up. It's funny as fuck because I got away, mate. I got well away from it. But they came like, fuck. They're dangerous bastards, man.
Yeah. Go
It was funny for me,
Crafty Cieran, a.k.a. Billy Whiz. Fucking run like that. Alan says Elite humbled fire because he wasn't in favour of Potter, similarly to me. But from what I've seen so far, I think the team believe in his game, so I will too. A couple of players in the summer will get.
And why not?
Absolutely.
I weren't in favour or not favour of him because that's how I like to do it when you get a new manager. I'd rather just, give him a chance and see how it goes. And I've been impressed so far. So I'd say I don't judge it on results. I judge it on what I'm seeing. I've been quite impressed.
Yeah.
I still ain't gonna hold him up as the Messiah. He's the answer until the time comes, and the time will come next season.
we're happy with the situation as it is, and we can
Yeah,
see the building process
absolutely.
as it's going. Old man says he's hoping that when Potter can put his first choice 11 out, that we can beat anyone on our day. But I'd take 85 for Kudus right now, as he has been good but greedy. And I think that's a fair
That's fair.
comment.
But he is
You
that
know,
type of player,
fair comment.
isn't
He is,
he? What?
and I've got to be honest with you. I think if you look back in history, we've had a couple of players like that. Paqueta was a little bit like that at times. Not
My
Paqueta,
thing,
sorry.
my thing
Payet.
with Kudus, mate, I can't think you can't knock his effort against Chelsea. It was fantastic, right? But I do believe he's got to start putting assists and goals on the board as we progress, because I think he's been lacking that lately. I think he has to start coming up with goals and assists, and I can't judge him on that until we have a proper team out there that he's a first 11 and
Yeah.
just see how he performs. So I'm not going to judge him, but I do
That
believe he has to put more of that into his game.
that can help him.
Yeah.
Bill, good evening, Bill. Thank you for joining us, mate. He says, I think JWP will be good for 10 to 12 goals involvement by the end of the season, depending on game time. And
G'day,
that
Bill.
kind of reflects what
I think he could be. He could be.
I think he'll be good for a good few. VAR has made refs and linos lazy. Good point. Ralph enjoying the Sun says that he reckons Kudus will go for 70 tops.
Yeah, I think even that I think might be a bit generous. I think if they were to sell him in the summer, I think 60 might be our mark at the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think, but I'd rather keep him and let Potter have a full season with him and see how we go.
Steve says that Creswell's been a good pro. Very happy to have had him in the set.
Yeah, absolutely, Steve. Absolutely.
Yeah, mate. And, it's a shame he never got his testimonial. But, at the end of this season, I reckon the stadium will lift for him.
You've never heard Budge, have you? Any whinging from him or any drama from him of all these years, mate? Never. You know what I mean? Not moaning about he's not being picked or.
And
he just carries on, man, like a true pro.
He's not been getting picked regularly, and yet he'll turn up for training. He'll still train as hard as the rest of the boys. He'll have a laugh with them all. He's having a good time. Even under Lopetegui, he was still like that. He's kind of. He was like an extension of what Mark Noble wanted for the camaraderie.
It's just a really good professional.
Sorry, Creswell is kind of an extension of that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so.
And the last of them, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he's the last player that actually played at Upton Park, isn't he?
Yeah.
He'll be the last.
Yeah, and I think, he deserves. Okay, well, we're not going to give him a testimonial, but he deserves to be. It deserves to be broadcast when he's going to be playing his last ever match for us.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. He needs a good send-off.
We need to know, and he needs to get at least 30 minutes or 20 minutes on the pitch, so that we can say our goodbyes to him. Because, not myself, because I've not been a regular stadium goer for years. But the guys that have been, the guys that travel to every away game, those guys that come up from bloody Devon and Cornwall, and Somerset and that, Rich Cox and all them lot, they all travel up, they travel up from Surrey, Sussex, London, all around the country to go to all these games. It would be nice for them to be able to say goodbye to him. For those people that have spent all their money, all them years to watch him play, it'd be nice for them to be able to say goodbye.
It'd be great. I think
I think if the club have got any heart, they'll do that. Do you know what I mean?
Look, I think it'd be down at Cresswell. If he thinks that he's leaving at the end of the season, like I said, it would be nice that last game of the season, because I doubt if it'll matter for much. It'd be nice to see him be on that pitch if everybody knows that he's leaving, and you'll get that. So yeah, it would be.
Be nice to see him wearing the armband for that game as well, wouldn't it? Just for his last game. Do you know what I mean? Go finish his career as captain on the day. That would be lovely.
We'll see.
Budgie, I must say, Cieran speaks very well for a geezer in his 80s. Steve Farley. Who else?
Yeah,
who else?
For that backhanded compliment.
Goalkeeper wish list. Penalty save king Kelleher by a mile. Kelleher. Yeah, he's the lad at Liverpool, I believe.
Yeah, where's he now? I've seen his name as well somewhere.
I think he's probably their second choice keeper because they've still got Allison. Is it? Yeah, Allison. Keepers would not be a concern for me in the summer. No, me either, Damien, really. I mean, if we keep the keepers we've got, I'm happy, And, we got League One Wes as well. I know he's not everybody's cup of tea.
No,
but trust me, mate. he ain't Roberto. You know what I mean? The geezer's got a bit
No, I think we'll be signing a new keeper in the summer. There's every chance.
Yeah. Gary says brutal, Steve. Calling
nice.
Liverpool's second keeper would be good for us. So yeah, obviously that is Liverpool's second keeper.
Yeah, he's Kelleher. That's where he's at. Yeah, decent keeper, man. Good.
Fab's reactions are too slow. Yeah, they are getting slower, but he's still a shot stopper.
Yeah.
He's still a shot stopper, boys. There's no doubt in that. Brad Friedel, that's the guy I was trying to think of. Everton. It was Everton, not Liverpool. I knew he was in Liverpool, but not at Liverpool. Matthew Clark, good evening. A quality goalkeeper is one of the most difficult signings after a strike.
I think it is, guys. I think it is.
Tim Howard was another American, yeah. My local Thai massage parlour has the same wipe down wallpaper as yours. Mate, I'm just waiting for my friend to arrive, and my whole house is going to be redesigned, so don't worry about that. Cieran is not 80, says Ted Yammer, about 60. No. Yeah, you're 60. A lot closer, Ted.
Well, I'll be 64 in about 2 weeks, Ted. So there you go.
Yeah, it is a couple of weeks' time, isn't it? Yeah, Kelleher, that's him. Dino Zoff won the World Cup at 42. So keepers are not done in their early 40s. Yeah, Dino Zoff. Now, wasn't he the Italian goalkeeper?
Yeah. I was still brilliant. I was still playing and still a brilliant right back at 43. So I beat them all. Up them.
Fuck's sake. Fabianski's too slow now, says Paul Flicker. Sorry. 40 not over the hill for all keepers. Fab's reaction's definitely slow him for a number one. Yeah, number two, perfect. Number two.
Yeah. I see it. I think they're both number twos. But there you
go. Lots of old keepers. Buffon, Dino
Van der Sar, he was.
He was a bit all the way into their 40s. Yeah, Van der Sar was about 43 when he left Man United, wasn't he?
He was at Fulham. He went to Fulham. He was at the game the other day, wasn't he? In the crowd at the Fulham game.
Yeah.
Was it Fulham Man United? He was in the crowd.
Damien, you're a trier, mate. Look, he got the spelling of Buffon wrong, and then he got it wrong there as well. So then he did it there with a number 8. Bless him. You're a trier, Damien. Thank you, mate. Higuita. Now, yeah. Argentinian.
Was he the Scorpion fucker? Whatever he was.
No, that was the Colombian one, and his name.
Oh, was it? Yeah. I remember the name of it.
Valderrama. No, was it Valderrama?
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Goes. That's new enough.
Do you know what? He got threatened with his life when he arrived back at club.
No, everyone does in Colombia. Goes up. They actually killed one of them, didn't they?
You ever got a trick like that again, you're getting shot the minute you walk off the plane. That was the worst.
Fucking killed one of their players after one of the World Cups.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, because he gave away a penalty. Would love Russ or Anton to give me a massage, says GP.
Jesus fuck.
He's got something about them too, hasn't he?
Yeah, fucking weird.
All these £2 he keeps sending in, he's hoping for a private dance. Steve Orizovic. Sounds Middle Eastern, Eastern European, even.
Yeah,
Ramon, quick. Look, stop giving me names. I'm going to strike. There's one I can fucking say. Neville Southall.
That's the boy I was talking about Everton. Neville Southall. He's about 90 when he fucking retired. Top keeper. Top keeper, Neville Southall, mate. Nice moustache.
Wasn't he, though? Yeah. That FA Cup final when Everton played Liverpool and Everton beat them. It was an FA Cup final, wasn't it?
He had a Freddie Mercury moustache, didn't he?
Yeah. I'm sure it was an FA Cup final when Everton beat Liverpool. And Neville Southall was in goal. He frustrated the life out of what was that striker they had back then? I can't remember his name now. Big guy. Another one that had a Freddie Mercury moustache. Big tall guy. Souness. I'm sure it was Graham Souness.
Yeah, he had one, yeah.
I think it might have been him. Usual says, question. Have you still got your medals from Raw Strip? You know what, Usual. Please make yourself known to me if ever you meet me at a stadium. Please make yourself known to me. I am going to twist your nipples so hard, son. So hard. Petr Cech, great goalkeeper, absolutely, but never in the right colours, mate. Peter Shilton, again, another great goalkeeper. Yeah. England #1 for many years. Again, played for the wrong team. Ray Clements, yeah. Even, David Seaman was a great goalkeeper, But we've had great goalkeepers ourselves. Let's list a few of them. Shaka
they're all shit.
Bobby Ferguson. Oh, come on.
Well, if you can list goalkeepers, I wouldn't call them great. Bobby Ferguson. I liked him. He was good, but he wasn't great. Phil Parkes is the best keeper we've ever had. That's it.
Yeah, Colin, another one that says that he would like Kelleher from Liverpool.
Yeah, there you
go. Damien says he's going on feeling with Potter as well, Kieran, rather than points.
Yeah. I think a lot of us like that, Damien. You know what I mean? We're seeing the progression.
Obviously, we want to pick up as many points as we can.
Yeah, we do. But you knew under Lopetegui that was never going to happen because you just knew after 10 games, I was watching it and going, my God, this ain't going to get any better. But I think it can get better under Potter. And I think that's the difference.
Yeah. So GP saying Cristiano Ronaldo thinks he's the most complete player ever.
It's hard to argue, though. It's hard to fucking argue with
that. And,
no, it's hard to argue with that, man. It probably is.
He works very, very hard to keep himself in that shape.
He's an ultimate professional and fitness fanatic. So I can't knock it.
He has 35 records in football.
Yeah, he's fucking phenomenal.
Gary J says, look at Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Gary, another cracking.
I mean, we're talking about older players, obviously. And Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the older players. And still
he is now.
At a very high level. Well, I don't know if you would call it a high level, but he's still performing at a high level. Zlatan, he was 32, 33 in the last World Cup.
But even Billy, I think Billy Bonds was still doing it for us at 43 goals.
Yeah.
Bit like me.
Yeah.
He's a bit like me.
Bit like you, is it?
Just at a little bit higher level. That's all.
What you are?
Tonight was.
Damien says to Colin that he likes Keller. I think there's just way more pressing issues than a keeper. I still trust both Fabianski and Areola. And I think I'm with you on that, mate. I trust them both as well. Been a long time since I enjoyed watching us losing footy and passion.
Yeah, Ralph, that's the thing. I've actually enjoyed the game even though we lost, because I enjoyed the effort in the players and the camaraderie we seemed to have in that game. I really did, and we never gave up till the end, and we could have just nicked a point. No, and I think that's an important point, Ralph. I didn't enjoy it under Lopetegui.
Mm. Gary says that he agrees with you. That a lot of them are agreeing with you again.
Yes. There's no major mistakes he's done since he's, filled in there, Yeah.
Wasim, good evening, mate. Good evening, Wasim. Evening, lads, and all in the chat. Our transfer business was a joke. Well, actually, Wasim, if you'd have been in earlier, you'd have heard both Kieran and I saying that in this particular window, we weren't hoping or expecting a lot, and we think that the business that we did was just enough. And we think it.
If you expect, this is it. When you listen to a lot of channels,
you're looking
why
for
I
us to bring in 8 players or something, maybe, Wasim.
If you listen, including this channel,
money to do that in this window.
If you listen to this channel and all the others, I won't name more, and you see the expectation when they like doing the transfer news and the rumours and all that, your expectations go up. I don't watch them for the transfer shit. So my expectations were exactly what I expected. I thought we'd get 2 players on loan. That's all I expected. We got 1, but we got Ward-Prowse back. So I'm not disappointed. If you listen to everything that went on by other channels and this channel, you expect more. And the expectation is what kills you. So I just don't get my hopes up that way. I want to see that expectation, though, in the summer. I'll have it, and we'll see.
James says Fabianski's been a brilliant servant for the club, bargain to boot, deserves a whole lot more respect.
Absolutely, Jack. I think it's been fantastic for us. And that's why, even every game we play, whether it's Areola or Fabianski in goal, I'm not bothered. I think both can do a great job, right? I really do. But I would like to see us progress to a better keeper than both. A younger keeper for the next 5 years. Areola, like I said, he does pull off a save now and again. That's fucking world class. But I still think he's a great number 2 and not a number 1. But
I mean, to me, there's only 2 goalkeepers currently that I would really want to bring to West Ham, and the chances of bringing either of them in are fucking slim. And that is David Raya, who's obviously at Arsenal, and Jordan Pickford, who's at Everton. So, neither are going to happen. Old man says
Kelleher's good pick.
Hospital.
If you grab Kelleher, you'd have, and guarantee he'd be the number 1. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
And if you had him and Areola as your number 2, geez, I think we'd be fine. And if Keller ain't doing it, he could swap them. Yeah. Like we've done with Fabianski and Areola.
Ralph's in Spain, apparently.
He's in Spain. Yeah, I thought he was. Ralphie.
Who would you drop when all our players are back and fit? Well, listen, we can't bring Antonio into the equation because he's not going to be back and fit. So I personally, with the squad that we have right now, my starting 11 would be. I would probably start with Areola in goal. I would have Emerson out on the left. I would play 4-3-3. I would have Emerson on the left. I would have Todibo and Kilman in the middle. I would have Wan-Bissaka out on the right. The three in midfield I would have would be, at this moment in time, Alvarez, Souček and Soler. And then the three up front would be Somerville left,
He's
Kudus in the
injured
centre,
for 2 months, Peter.
Kudus in the centre, and Bowen on the right. I would drop Paqueta. That would be my starting 11.
Yeah. I'd be going 3 at the back.
Would you?
Yeah, Kilman to Debo. The real question is who's the other person? Mavropanos to me, I'm getting worried about that boy. He's never going to be good enough.
Creswell's a better option, in my opinion.
Well, Cresswell might be a better option for that 3, but I'd have Emerson and Wan-Bissaka as your wing backs. I would play Ferguson. We haven't got Somerville, but that midfield thing. Then you've got Alvarez, probably Souček, and then you'd go with Paqueta, Kudus. I think Paqueta's probably the most improved player since Potter's turned up.
You're probably
really
right,
do.
Mate.
It's a shame he was injured last week, but I think he has improved his effort. His work rate's improved immensely. So I'd play him. But it's getting that Alvarez Souček, whether that works.
Usual says, don't sign Ramsdale. If you boo him, his dad will want to punch your fucking lights out. GP says, family-friendly show. Absolutely, mate. Too soon? Yes, mate. It was a little too soon. Did you see the comment that he said last time?
No, I must have missed it.
When I said about Creswell, you know, he's always at like the children's hospitals and that.
Oh, right.
Old man put that.
I missed that. Well, he ain't far fucking wrong, was he? Yeah, unfortunately, he's not far wrong. Dodgy cunt.
Mark says, so basically, don't swim in the sea in Australia. No, don't. Because if the sharks
you can swim out there, and thousands do every day, but you're taking a punt. Simple as that.
If the sharks don't get you, the fucking crocs will. For the Liverpool keeper Keller over Ramsdale, I would too, Rob. Agreed, says Wasim. Freshfield, were you a mile high? Oh, right. What's he been bragging on? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Come on, let's go back up here. Where is he? Wow. I can't see anything from him. I bottled it swimming in Barrymore's pool. Yeah, right, nice. Yeah. Good evening, JF.
Yes. G'day, mate.
Good evening, sir. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us. Oh, God.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm actually
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, mate, you lot fucking kill me. Didn't die straight to the tongue about fisting by the pool.
Oh, dear. Apparently.
Right, fair enough.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, yeah, he says, look, Savaloids are £2.50 now. Had one the other day. They're actually $2.65 in my local one.
Oh, are they?
They are a foot long. They are a foot long, though. They're fucking huge, great things.
Yeah, that's what Barrymore said.
Darren Randolph, great goalkeeper, I thought. Last game of the season at the bowling. No, sorry, last game ever at the bowling. Darren Randolph was the goalkeeper in that winning game.
Yeah.
Not many people remember that, though. Do you know that?
No,
Most people
I don't. To be honest,
assume it's somebody else, but
to me, he's another one that's a good number 2.
Yeah,
That's
and he was.
how I saw it.
And yeah, I mean, we brought him back a couple of times, didn't we? He's
I
one
think
of
we did. Didn't we?
I think, what is it? Russ calls him a yo-yo player.
Yeah.
Players that have been and gone. And
but then again, Darren Randolph, wasn't he an Irish boy too? Darren Randolph.
Darren Randolph.
Maybe that's what you're saying. The last Irish player might have been Darren Randolph.
I would imagine it would be him. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're probably right, because in fairness, he only went about 4 seasons ago. 4 or 5 seasons ago.
No good asking me that one, guys. I lose track of time from day to day.
No, I'm sure.
Alan, I'm guessing Dunn. Dunn's an Irishman. Alan's he's a paddy like me, man.
Yeah.
Or heritage.
Proper paddy boy, Kieran. We've had loads of Irish players. Darren Randolph would have been the latest first.
Yeah, there you go. So old Alan was right. Yeah, you're right.
When it comes to stats and histories and stuff, when we got Sean on,
he's good old freshen.
I think we,
Yeah, we've got a Scotsman now, an Irishman. We need a Welsh boy in there, don't we?
Yeah. What, Sean? What about you? Would you be interested in coming on the show? Let me know in the chat, because I'd love to chat with you on here.
I don't want to see the fucker. Damien, you half qualified?
Yeah, half Irish, half Italian.
It's amazing, eh? I would fully qualify in Jack Charlton's team, because all my family are Irish, bar me. I was the only one born in England.
All right.
So,
thinking Robbie Keane was Northern Irish. Yeah, but still Irish.
No, I don't think he was, geezer, Ralph. I think he weren't. No, I think he was from. Pretty sure he was from Cork.
I think he was Republic.
He was a Republic. He played for a Republic.
Yeah. Gary Breen, another Irishman. Yeah.
Oh, he is one.
John Moore, Patrick Kelly, Michael Forbes. Here we go.
Yeah, a bit way back.
Noble could have been an Irish international for us as he qualified, but sadly he chose.
Yeah, and he always said he would never do the Irish thing, didn't he? He done a statement about that. I mean, because he's a bit like me, because I was born in England, that would have been me. But if I had a day Jack Charlton had called me up, I think I would have, fuck it, I'm having it.
Yeah, I'd have gone. Yeah. Come on within. You ain't seen nothing like Jimmy Quinn. He was another Irishman.
Yeah, it's been a while though. So, apart from Randolph, it's been a while since we've been an Irish boy in the team. Good to see.
Yeah, you young men keeping me entertained.
You know what I mean?
New Zealand.
There you go, man. We've got a Kiwi on board. Or you're in New Zealand anyway. Not necessarily a Kiwi.
When it comes to long names like that, buddy, we usually shorten them, so we're going to call you Gino. Hope you don't mind.
Yeah, Gino, that sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, Gino. And it sounds kind of Southern Hemisphere.
Gino, South Island or North Island? Where are you, mate?
Yeah, let us know. I've actually got family in Wellington. I don't know whether that's north or south.
It's an old boot of a place.
The shape of it, yeah. David Kelly, another Irishman.
Yeah.
Callum Marshall. Good point.
Callum Marshall, yeah.
Not really a first teamer, though, is he?
Yeah. You don't count them ones that are on the periphery. They don't really count. Joey O'Brien, yeah, Alan likes that. True. Alan, well done.
The man that went bald before his time. That's how I always remember Joey O'Brien. Declan Rice.
No, you're not counting him. Goes up fucking grandparents. No, he's not having it.
Ted Hammer says he had a wasp in his can of Coke once and had a sip, spat it out.
Yeah.
So lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, you're lucky,
mate,
man.
my lips were up like that, mate. Honestly, I look like some of these things you see
Yeah.
on Instagram.
I was a mess.
Yeah. Got 3 paddies in the youth team, says Michael. He's allowed to put it that way because he is Irish, of course. Yeah. I think all the lads may be from Northern Ireland. I think we pretty much raided Northern Ireland for players one year. This Damien. We actually did take on a few.
Yeah.
I thought Callum Marshall played for Northern Ireland. There you go. It doesn't really matter.
Irish boy,
on this particular occasion, it doesn't matter if they're Republic or Northern Ireland. We were just talking about the last time we had an Irishman playing in the first team.
Doesn't bother me if you play for the 26 counties or the 6 counties in the north. You're still an Irishman.
Yeah, that's it. If Ross was a wasp,
right, he's got a fixation with fucking Russes.
Yeah. Hopefully he's got medication and he needs to take it as soon as possible. Fuck
That's very true, Gary.
Everything in Aussie land does want you dead, mate. Including most of the indigenous people.
I've never been in a place where there's so many things that want to attack you. There's so many.
Yeah.
Even a fucking ant here goes, I got bit by a bull ant, right? A little while back. Jesus, done me. I was leaning against the balcony here and it done me on the thigh, right? Oh my God. It was like some of a hot match stuck into your leg. Fucking Jesus Christ. The pain out of it was trying.
I'm glad we don't have shit like that over here. You know. Is Kudus trying too hard?
No. I think he is to a point, Mike. Yeah. I think he is trying hard, man. I think he is.
I think maybe he's not relying on other people enough.
I think he's trying really hard. And sometimes they do like to double up on him and treble up on him, which is hard for him. But they know he's a threat and they do like to fucking get bodies around him. And he is trying hard. And say people can call it greedy. He's just trying to make things happen. I'd rather give him the benefit of that. Man.
If Ross was a wasp, I would like him to sting me on a nudie speed. And then, hang on. Usual says, I think you're mixing up a wasp with a walrus. Mickey Hughes, another Irishman. Yes, indeed. Maybe if we get a striker, he will pass more, says old man. Well, hopefully that's going to be the case from here on in.
That could be the plan, old man. Feed him, because I do believe that Ferguson is more of an old school centre half.
Yeah,
and I think he'll come deep, get the ball, lay it, fucking get back in the box. I think this could be the plan for the next few months. So,
I agree with this statement though from Damien. He says Kudus' numbers and assists have been affected massively by playing most of this season on the left.
Yeah, but he's not sort of since Potter's turned up. He's not playing out on the left, Gazer. And then you could be right with under Lopetegui, and that's why I'm excited to see. When you've got the full squad back or full team that he wants that we've got at the moment, I want to see where he places Kudus and see. Yeah. I got a feeling, if you've got a front 3 or 4, like if you've sort of got Bowen on the right, Ferguson in the middle, even if you had Kudus on the left, Paqueta behind them, how they interchange. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think they'll be interchanging positions, and
because I mean, let's be honest.
Paqueta, Bowen, Kudus, they could be switching about a bit. I'm just interested. I'm excited to see how he works it. It'd be interesting.
Yeah, Potter gives me the impression he'd tell a player to go and express himself. And
I think that's down to him, Gary. I'd love him to stay at the club, but that'll be a Cresswell decision what he wants to do, mate. He might just think, no, it's not for me. I don't know what, where he's into that.
Yeah, but it would be nice if he did, and I think it would be
absolutely like you said, Budge.
For the last few years.
Like Noble, you'd like to keep him part of the club if he's got an inclination to do it. That's all. I don't know if he has, because he is a true professional, as I think Noble was.
Yeah. Damien, so I'm not criticising that statement or anything, because obviously it's
not the most talented I've seen, but
do you think he's more talented than Dimitri Payet then? I'm curious. I'm not criticising it. I actually think that Payet is probably the most skillful player that I've seen in West Ham ever, and I've seen right back to the 1960s, Damien. So I think Payet is the most skillful player I've ever seen. Kudus is right up there, but I don't know. You tell me your thoughts, mate. Obviously you do, because you're old enough to have seen Payet, so that's obviously your opinion, and I respect that, mate, completely.
All I'd add to that, Damien, is what like you said when you mentioned Payet, which is I've said it before, and I'll stick with it. Right, I've seen everyone from the mid-60s till now, and I think Payet was the most amazing player I've ever seen in a West Ham shirt, but for one season. It's hard to compare that with Trevor Brooking or Alan Devonshire, but for that one season, he was the most amazing player I've ever seen. But it was one season.
Yeah, it was only one season, and and in fairness, we while he was here, I don't believe any of us thought that there was going to be a long-term future for him at West Ham. We all knew it would be another Tevez type scenario where he's come to us to move on to another club. I mean, that was my initial belief anyway when he came to the club. I knew, but like you said, one season, I've never seen anything quite so bloody good in claret and blue.
Amazing. It was amazing. As was Tevez's little stint for about 3 or 4 months. Amazing. But like I say, you want to judge West Ham players that overall you look at longevity and the brilliance of Brooking and Devonshire in that time, and you go, well, they piss over Payet, but he's the most exciting, amazing player I've ever seen in the West Ham shirt.
Yeah, I agree.
Just for that season, it's fantastic.
I agree. But like I said, Kudus is definitely up there, and for me also, I think one of the most technically gifted players I've ever seen with a football is Manuel Lanzini. I think he's like
quality player.
Yeah, for me, he's right up there with them guys as well. So yeah, there you have it. And if you want my favourite striker of all time, it's John Hartson. Anyway, 43-year-old right back, Kieran, trip you up.
I did, mate. I played till 43 goes up. I got to, but in our league we started playing against university teams, man. This fucking nutmegged me twice in one game and run past me, and I went, I think it might be time. I never let fuckers do that to me.
It was
never.
It was Hitiga that was the scorpion kick.
Oh, there you go.
Scorpion kick keeper. It was Hitiga. Yeah. So who was the guy Valderrama then? Why do I remember that name?
I'm sure that's the Colombian. Valderrama, I'm sure, is the Colombian geezer that got killed after
the long hair that played out I think he was actually an
And wasn't it
outfielder.
Valderrama that got shot after that World Cup? Even though I think it was to do with other things, selling drugs and shit. I'm pretty sure it's Valderrama that got killed.
Michael retired at 40. Even Oliver Kahn was only 38 when he quit.
Yeah, see, I went on years later than them. Wankers.
Bobby Ferguson played till he was ancient at West Ham. He did, James. He did. And I believe he was something like 37 or 38 when he
He's another
finally
one. He's a good servant, Bobby, but he weren't the greatest.
and gloves. Yeah. John Burridge.
Yeah,
Burridge went on for a long time.
Burridge, that little fat fucker. Yeah.
Yeah. Trevor Cherry.
Cherry, Jesus.
Steve Orzovich is a Coventry legend born in Mansfield.
That's it, Mike, wasn't it? Coventry.
Now,
he was there forever, wasn't he?
European, though, doesn't it? Like Steve Orzovich.
Grizovic, yeah, he's he was there forever.
Oh, yeah. Now you say it like that. Oh, God, yeah. Of course it is. David James, yeah, well, he was ancient when he started.
Yeah,
David James. The great Stanley Matthews was still playing at 50 and beating fullbacks.
True. There was a generational talent there. Oh, my God.
Yeah, he was.
You see all the old documentaries about him.
Yeah, him and Danny Blanchflower was another one, wasn't he, back in them days?
Yeah.
Damien says he thinks that Fabianski is very aware of the group dynamics as well. Absolutely, mate. I think he's worth keeping. Never lets us down. I think he would be good for the dressing room. Very calm character. And also very funny as well, Damien. He can be very funny as well. Stephen Bywater, well, he was always a third choice keeper, but happened to play quite a few games. I mean, I could name another keeper that I really liked, but I like him as a person also. Craig Forrest, you know, and he came to the club knowing he was third choice and accepted it and enjoyed it while he was here. So, you know. McCloskey, yeah. What was he? He was about 32, wasn't he? When he left us, somewhere around there. Right, Cristiano Ronaldo, 923 goals. Will retire at 1,000. That's his goal, I reckon. Yeah,
I think he'd like it to be, Mark. It was hard for him to get. He'd need another 2 years probably to do that. So at least be hard for him to hit that. But he's that determined, that kind of player.
Mate. That is 77 goals. He's got to do that in less than 18 months. Otherwise, his legs are going to go under him.
Very hard to say, but the guys that
fit, but fucking hell.
Is the ultimate.
Bonzo was an absolute machine, indeed.
Machine, Stevie Boy. He was. He was. And he was another fitness fanatic, Billy Bonds. You know, he was a fitness fanatic. So that's why his longevity was there, because he was a fitness fanatic all his career.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hold up. Hold up. I wonder if that. Now, hang on. Let me just do this. Save as. I have been sent an image. It was like over an hour ago by our good friend and boss Russ. He sent me an image. Well, he sent us an image in the.
He's not in that massage parlour on the beach as he was usual, is it?
No, it's. I'm just uploading it, so bear with me.
Carry on.
So that's Russie B with the trophy, with Ginge and Kev Nolan.
Oh, nice photo. Fucking hell, the trophy's bigger than you, Russ. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. I like that. Thank you very much for sending that on to us, Russ. Very kind of you.
Oh, about the fucking hell, Russ, where's the photo of me and you standing together? Got one of them too.
Oh, yeah, I've got a few of them. Shall I put one up? Do you want me to put one up, shall I?
No, you're right.
Hang on. Bear with me, look. Bear with me. I'll find them in a minute.
No, you'd be looking at it for 3 years.
No, not at all, mate. I know roughly where they are. Oh, God's sakes, why do I keep going past it? Right, they should be in here, if I'm honest. I'm pretty sure I put them down in here. You're probably right, though. I'm probably going to be looking for a little while. But, I know where I'll find one. There we go. If I go into there... And I upload that. Here we go. We're there. Here we go.
Oh, remember that one?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I changed the background of it and all that. But
London Bridge. Have we done that?
Yeah, we did. We were in that pub. Can't remember what it was called.
No.
Yeah.
Second time I've been there. I'm visiting my nephew there. He has an office very close to it. So
yeah.
Just for the memory, I went back in the same pub before I met him. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, we what was I saying? Yeah.
Right near Borough Market.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Wasn't it
Yeah.
Borough Market? You told me to head towards when I came out of London Bridge Station.
That's right, yeah. It's just before on the left, before you hit Borough Market.
And I said, I'm at such and such a place. And you went, no, you dummy, you're supposed to have gone down this road. And I went, oh, fucking hell. Walked down the next road and it was there. Yeah. I agree, Sean. Tadebo, Kilman again would be better.
Yeah. I think Mav's days might be fucking numbered, to be honest.
Yeah, and Randy agrees. Look, he's saying still making the mistakes. You have to
That's the way it's looking.
To replace. I'm going to skip through some of these messages. If I don't see anybody I haven't already spoken to, or if I don't see any questions directed at us, because I'm like half an hour behind with this chat.
Jesus Christ!
Start winding down in a minute. We've been going 2 hours. So, right. Oh, right. Hang on. Look, Ian Dowie, Northern Ireland.
Yeah, Northern Ireland. Yeah, Ian Dowie was. Yeah, he was.
And then the famous Mylen goes on to say, Ian Dowie scored the best ever own goal.
Yeah. I'm not sure he wants to be known for that. But...
Scunthorpe in the cup. Damien seems to believe that Ferguson's game may complement Kudus's.
Let's hope so, Damien. Let's hope so, mate.
Stockport. Yeah, probably was, yeah. Right, okay. David Connolly, another Irishman. Apparently. Anyway, right, so let's... Chris Hughton. He was English, wasn't he? Didn't Chris Hughton play for England? You went to school with him, you
Chris Hughton? No, he played for Ireland. He played for Republic.
Did he?
I went to school with that boy. Yeah, no, he played for the Republic. Chris Hughton.
Yeah.
He was a...
loads of names coming up. Bobby
his brother Henry Hughton was a really good player too. I think he might have gone to Orient.
Darren Higgins, good morning to you, sir. Welcome. Unfortunately, again, mate, you know, your timing isn't suitable for this show. We're about to wind it down, mate, but lovely to see you. Thank you.
Yeah, he's just out of bed, Darren, isn't he, in Thailand? Just out of bed, man.
Yeah, just out of bed. But yeah, I'm really glad you could join us.
Well done,
Andy
Darren.
Irving, yeah, of course. Andy Irving is the most current. McAvenny was the Scot. Ray Stewart was
Ray
the
Stewart.
Scot.
I knew that was coming. Ray
Daly.
Stewart.
Christian Daly. Yeah, I want curly hair.
All right. If we go that road, like I'm saying, I like to see British players, right? British and Irish players in our team. Right? I like to see it, right?
Yeah.
Apart from Matey, the Welsh boy up front, and Ginger, right?
Yeah.
And we have the other boy in midfield, didn't we, with Ginger? That's been a while. It's been a while since we had a Welsh. We ain't going to get a Welsh player now, are we? No good ones about.
No. And Gareth Bale's nearly 400 years old, so we can't even go and get him. Quasi. I remember him. Quashi or Quasi. Yeah, I remember him. John Riddle says he loved... John Wintle says he loves Devonshire.
Hello, John. Yeah, mate, we all love Devonshire.
Yeah, we're all old gits, mate. Don't worry.
All gets here, John.
Yeah,
mate,
that's him.
Devonshire's up there, one of my favourite players.
Hairstyle Colombian. That's the one. Midfielder, wasn't he? Or a centre back?
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm just sure the geezer that they fucking killed, right? I'm sure his name was something like Valderrama as well. You know what I mean? But I could be wrong. Fuck no. Oh, it's Escobar. That's what it was.
the captain Escobar was the one killed.
Yeah, it was Escobar. I'm saying Valderrama. It was Escobar.
Yeah.
The other fucking cartel leader. It was Escobar. Yeah.
Poor Pablo. Weren't Pablo. He had nothing to do with it. He assures you.
No. Well, you say that. You fucking say that. But apparently it was something to do with it. Snodgrass. Yeah, one of the best Scotsmen we ever had. I think Snodgrass. Funny fucker too.
Yeah.
Him and Ray Stewart, my two favourite Scotsmen.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Darren, I think you got the wrong end of the stick that we're naming everybody but the Englishman. But Archon and Kitson was probably one of the best centre forward pairings we've ever had, other than McAvenny and Tony.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Ginger Pele. And Gabidon was the other one.
Gabidon, that's the other boy I was thinking. We got both of them, didn't we? Gabidon and
Ginger.
Yeah.
Gary J says thinks Lanzini was good enough. Nothing really special though. Really? Oh, well, okay, mate. That's fine.
That's what opinions are about.
Opinions. I mean, look, we all know that Happy Amaret loves Lanzini, but for very different reasons. But I really happen to like him as a player. I thought he had very skillful feet, really good footballing brain, and a really nice nature about him. He was never dirty. He was never malicious. Do you know what I mean? I like that in that number 10 kind of player. I like that in them. I like it that they're not malicious, you know. And, you know, similarly, Lionel Messi, very similar in, you know, yeah, but they get chopped down and fucking hacked.
I don't believe there's any player, but there's no player that comes in the Premier that ain't good players. But there's levels and levels and levels, right? And Lanzini was at a good level, but there's certain players, and I believe Devonshire and Brooking are far higher than that level.
Oh yeah,
Messi's on another planet, so is Ronaldo. So it's one of them.
Thank you. Just rubbed that beach scene out of my mind. Yeah. You don't want to be going swimming or anything like that over there.
Yeah.
Lynn Cannell. Good evening, Lynn.
Good Lynn. Lynn.
Best
Undisputed for me, Lynn. Undisputed. Phil Parks. That's it. But I have got a bias to that because that was my era. That was my.
I'm not going to
traveling all around the country era for watching West Ham. So Phil Parks will always be my favourite.
And he communicated with the crowd as well, which was always great. You know,
he was good, mate. And he done that advert with that fucking hairspray and all, didn't he? Corsica, whatever it was. Really strange, but
Bonzo was always the first one home in cross country runs, and a fantastic gentleman, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was it the pub at London Bridge where there was a terrorist in?
It wasn't, Mark. It wasn't far. The actual pub we ended up in after that, Budgie, right?
Yeah.
You know, when I met my nephew, you come and met the nephew with me, right?
Yeah.
In that pub is where the guys who behind the ramp there, they held the doors back from the two guys getting in to that pub, right?
Oh, right.
And they both had big knives in their fucking hands, right? They held the door shut to stop them coming in to stab people. So it wasn't far from that, Mark. No. It's I forget the name of the pub. It's right in Borough Market where my nephew drinks. It's quite a trendy, smarty pub, right? It's not like one of the old pubs that we went to earlier. And but they held the doors shut to stop them coming in. They were stabbing people outside. So yeah, my nephew was lucky because that was his sort of local when he worked there. Well, still got an office there. But yeah, it was.
Are we both hopeful for a positive result against Brentford with some players coming back?
Yeah. We are, Randy. I am.
We're very hopeful, and I'm actually quite confident. I have to be honest.
Yeah, I fancy it, mate. You've got to be careful with them, though. Like I said, on the counter attack, they're bloody good. Just got to be careful.
Alan says he's got to go. Been a great show as per usual. Goodbye. Thank you, Alan.
Cheers, Alan.
Enjoy your day, mate. Hope you don't have to work too hard, buddy. Robin Hood Pub, Dagenham.
Oh, it's Dagenham, Glenn. Thanks for that. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's where I saw Barrymore. Like I said, his little skit, mate. His time on the stage was brilliant. It was funny. Like I say, many years before he decided to come out of the closet. I thought he was funny as fuck.
Yeah. Lomas, another Irishman. Yeah.
And he picked on me. He picked me out of the crowd and slaughtered me as well. That was another thing.
Did he?
Absolutely slaughtered me. I said something and he just fucking ripped me to bits. I went really quiet real quick.
Well, we've come to the bottom of the chat. Thank you, everybody who's commented. Please remember, give us a like on your way out.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, fucking hell. 50 likes ain't good enough. Fuck's sake.
Yeah. We've got 282 watching. I want at least 150 likes.
Yeah, fucking no chance. These fuckers just said, now bollocks to that. You're wankers. You're not getting it.
Cossack hairspray. Remember
you know what it was,
someone yelled out, "How's that Cossack, Phil?" He lifted his muddy mop with his muddy hands.
Is that what it was? Yeah, it was Cossack. That's it.
The Borough Bistro. Was that the pub? The Borough Bistro, not Bristow. Bistro.
Don't know what he means that.
Yeah, can't remember. Great show as always. Night, everyone. Thank you, Mark.
See you, Mark.
Much glad we entertained you. It was Andreas Escobar.
Yeah. Thanks, JS. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Great show. Love tonight. Love you all. Hopefully, Kieran does not get stung again.
I think I'll be right, mate.
Yeah, that's one. Nice one, gents. Thank you, Sean. Thank you as always for your comments with the the stats and God knows what
else. Knowledge. We ain't got none.
GP, good night, mate. Thank you, Gary J. Oh yes, Budgie. I don't hate Lancey and everything. I respect his service to the club. I just think he's a tad overrated.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Fair enough. It's fair enough. I'm one of the ones that does overrate him, I suppose.
Stevie.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you very much. Usual. 2 hours does go very fast, GP. It really does.
It does, GP. Yeah.
Thank you. Love back at you, mate.
I told you we're the best show on.
If it goes well, the beginning bit went well, right? That was automatically initiated. The intro.
Oh my word! Don't get
And
technical. We'll fuck it up. Then.
ending
Stop it.
video. I've set the ending video as well. So when I
I
click
said
end
goodbye yet.
screen, it should come up. So I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. See you next
And my phone's
Wednesday.
just about to die anyway, so it might be a good time.
Yeah. I'll also see you all tomorrow night on Early Doors Football TV if you're coming across there.
Yeah.
We're chatting about John Hartson tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, there's the Welsh fuck. There's the Welsh fuck you can talk about.
Yeah,
Or you
mate,
can talk about.
Yeah. I love John Hartson. Great player. Best show, even if Budgie was playing around with the microphone. Thanks, Randy. Mate, I'm not professional enough not to. Anyway, take care, everybody. Any last words before we end?
No, laters, everyone. Good to see you all again. We'll catch you next week.
Yeah,
no
take
drama.
care, everyone. Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Don't forget to hit the like button.
Yeah, do that. Make a fuck.
Never fucking stopped you before, come on.
Hello, I am Lucas Mateta. I'm very happy to be here. Come on, you guys.